Yeah.
Like you said.
Live streaming?
Yep.
I was just kind of advising these guys over the course of the last.
That's
Totally been involved with us. Absolutely. He's been an advisor the whole way along.
Say hi.
Hi.
Who are you talking to?
We have a very short program, but I want to welcome you all. I think I know everybody here, pretty much. If you don't know me, I'm Lee Erickson. I'm the chief amplifier here. Thanks for coming with the rain. It's also tough because it's August, and I know a lot of people have tried to get out of town before the collective clench happens when all the students come back, right? We love our students. We love the energy. But tonight what we're going to do is celebrate 5 teams that have completed the Summer Founders Program. So the Summer Founders Program is a Invent Penn State program that provides to teams that have at least one student co-founder a $10,000 grant if they will work full-time over the summer on their venture. So each of these teams forego jobs, forego internships, and taking classes so they could work full-time. You can see if you want to later, they've set up shop in our second room in the back. It's fun because this week we heard a lot of drilling and I don't know, a lot of noises. It was very interesting. So they were working hard on doing what they were doing. I want to thank a lot of people. First of all, Invent Penn State was the one who provided the funding for these teams. The Summer Founders Program kind of went away for a couple of years, but we all thought it was very important. So I want to thank Invent Penn State for bringing back the funding. Jason's not here. You all know Jason. He's my partner in crime. He's on vacation. Thank gosh, he needed it. I also want to thank Brian Harmon and Liz Kissenweather, who's not here. They served as an advisory board team for these members, so they met with them about every 2 weeks. So they kind of took them from the beginning. They've been very generous with their time and their network, extending that out. Of course, our partners in crime here, Linda at the SBDC, Tom and Tyler at the Legal Clinic, and Rachel at the IP Law Clinic. And of course, our new, where's LaMonica is kind of the new addition to the family. She's our business entrepreneurship librarian. She helps them a lot with market research. And then Danny B, our intern, who managed all of this without Jason today. It was great. He was here at about 8:15 moving furniture around. And then I promptly told him to change it. So he's he's used to me, but you did an excellent job, so thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to have each team do a couple minute, here's what I do for whom and why. And then after that, we just want to encourage you to network and ask them questions and go from there. It's very, very casual. So without any further ado, we're going to start with Derek.
Well, hello, I'm Derek. I started the Tutoration company. Tutoration is an on-demand tutoring service that connects students to qualified and vetted tutors that have taken the same class at the same university as the student. And I got involved in this business after teaching some over 2,000 students at Penn State, whether it be through a learning assistant position, guided study group learning, or a teaching assistant at Penn State. And I started getting involved in private tutoring because students started coming up to me asking me for one-on-one private sessions. And I'm like, of course, I'll take free money, sure. So, and I loved education. I got really far behind it. And then eventually, I kind of had that scientific background. You know, I'm biology and chemistry, and so business not at all. But I started asking, like, why are you guys coming to me and not the generic tutoring services like Line Tutors, Nittany Notes, Tutor Doctor, etc.? And overwhelmingly, they all said, Well, it's because you've taken the class. You've been in that position before. You understand the professor. You understand what material they're stressing. And so I said, well, I know that I'm not the only person who meets these qualifications. So I said, well, I know my friends, I know some other people who I've also worked with in the past. They all said, well, yeah, let's get behind this. So I got some of my friends, and we started off as click tutoring way back when, but ever since February of 2018, we've acquired over 30 customers. We have had over $3,200 in revenue, and every single customer that we've had has at least come back twice. So that's like my favorite statistic. They're still coming back. And we being founded by students, we understood that we needed this process to be as convenient as possible, because students are always busy, or they claim to be busy doing other things, what have you. And so we said, let's make it as fast as possible. So we made a very simple user interface, and the student can book a session that same day or even weeks in advance. And then from that, the students and tutor would meet up on campus, and we take a small fee from that for every session that's booked. And I'd like to end on one note. There was a recent study, not recent, 2011, but a study published by Springer that showed that peer tutoring in higher education has led to 93% of the meta-analysis, 93% of their studies showing that peer tutoring has shown an increase in their final examination performance. So I think with that, if you have any students, or if you know of any students at Penn State, help them get the grade they deserve with tutoration, and you can come take my card after. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm Chevy, and
I'm Steve.
and we're working on Hemogo. So it's a smartphone application that has the potential to disrupt the way CBC or complete blood count is done. Through our personal experience and doing research internships at Mass General, I noticed having a complete blood count, or CBC, is a time-intensive, inconvenient, and costly experience. The first being for chemotherapy patients. While they're immunocompromised, it doesn't make sense to send them to a clinic where there's a lot of germs. In addition, they're losing time that they'd rather spend with their family because they don't know how much time they have left. And lastly, going through expensive chemotherapy treatments, the costs add up. So we thought of a better way to do this, and that's a smartphone application that allows you to do a complete blood count from your cell phone. Very simply, you prick your finger, place a drop of blood onto our strips, and then we have an attachment for your case that you insert the strip in. Then within 30 seconds, we provide the results to you and your physician through your electronic medical record system. So I want to give you an update of where we are. The past few weeks we've been doing bovine blood testing, or cow blood testing, at Innovation Park, testing our dry chemistry with the test strips. We're also in the final stages of an IRB at Hershey Medical Center to use remnant blood samples. That means they're going to take a blood sample from a patient that turns up in the clinic, then they're going to run it through the way it's done right now, then they're going to give us that blood sample that allows us to build our AI, or artificial intelligence database, and test our results, how accurate they are. In addition, we're also working with companies like Incipio and Truly Cases. They're well known. Talking to our customers, they'd rather have a case that they find stylish, or that fits their needs to leave on forever, and then we just have an attachment that sticks onto that case whenever they need to use our application. And that's pretty much what we've been working on. In terms of the business model, we've always hoped for a subscription, so we've been told people are willing to pay lowest $20, the highest $100, because of the convenience factor. And currently we're looking for skills in finance, marketing, and full stack developers. So if you have any of that or just want to talk, stop by.
What's the name thing?
Oh, Moicor. Did I say Hemogo?
You did.
Oh, sorry. So we switched to Moicor just because we don't want to pay for the domain name. It's expensive. So, but yeah. So.
Excellent. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name's Lizzie, this is my mom Annette. So it's estimated that the average service type business leaves out 13 to 17% of their income that they're bringing in. And this is a result, this is because of their lack of a good business system that captures those billing items. This is especially a problem in the high performance equestrian industry, where there's a lack of support staff and the professionals are at a pinch for time and they run out of time at the end of the day. So who in here has a smartphone? Everyone, right? So I always ask people, why do you have a smartphone? And say, I have a smartphone because it's easy, because I have everything I need at the tip of my finger. I manage so many aspects of my life right there. So that's what we are trying to do with EPN Global for the equestrian market. So, at EPN Global, we're going to provide a competitive equestrian professionals a single dashboard where they can manage their billing, their finances, their marketing, and their management. Not only are we going to provide them a single dashboard, but we're going to provide them with the technology of Snap, Scribble, and audio to fit into their lifestyle. When using EPN Global, the equestrian professionals are going to find that their businesses are more profitable, their clients and their staff are happier and better understand the business processes, and that the horses are receiving better care. In the same way that smartphones have been an indispensable tool in our lives, the EPN Global suite of products is going to be an indispensable tool for high-performance equestrians.
My name is Jack Mensch, and I'm the co-founder of Cast Pak. Our team includes Ben Cutler. He has an innovative mind and the heart of a true salesman. We have Andrew Przinski on the camera today. He has a knack for technology and never misses a beat. And we also have Carrie Nikolic. She couldn't attend today, but she's creative, enthusiastic, and is leading our customer development. Now, our mission at Cast Pak is to ensure that people never miss out on life's greatest moments. Never again will you miss out. You can never miss out on your son's baseball game or your daughter's first goal in soccer. With our product, it has the ability to live stream any game, anytime, anywhere, in high quality. Conventional ways of seeing a game live would mean that you would have to attend the game in person, but that's not the case anymore. With our technology, we can live stream a game at 5 times the quality of the phones in your pockets. Now, how is this possible? One of our greatest competitive advantages is our partnership with Videon. By partnering with Videon, we have access to the encoder. The encoder is able to live stream at higher qualities because it can process data faster. Now, we also use a modem as well as a router. This lets you live stream on data as well as Wi-Fi.
Now, our product is made for parents who are working and providing so that their son and daughter can have the experience doing the sports and activities that they love. But because they're working, they might not always be able to be at their events, thus missing out on the live portion of some of life's greatest moments. Now, we've identified that the target market for these groups is actually booster clubs. They're the ones that are creating the experience for the child, whether it be in the form of finances or an organization. Now, we've been exploring a couple of different business models between leasing, buying, as we continue to understand more about what booster clubs need and what they want. Now, to date, we have live streamed 5 events, including Arts Fest. We have 5 qualified leads across the state, and we are improving our product margins as we speak. In fact, just today, we sold this system here to a local community member. Now, what we need from you is we need your help to connect us to your local booster club. This might be your sons, it might be your daughters, it might be your neighbors across the street. But what we're planning to do with Cast Pak is in one button, we're going to connect you to the ones you love. Thank you.
What's happening right now?
And we're actually streaming live. So Andrew's streaming live to Invent Penn State, and then this is our system, which is also going live to Cast Pak. You can check us out on Facebook.
We have business cards.
Okay, and last, certainly not late.
My name's Joe Matula, and this is my partner in crime, Tony Biddle. And we're from the Live First company, and we've developed what's called paw-proof brand kitchen trash cans, right? So if you're a pet owner or ever have been a pet owner in the past or even know a pet owner, you're likely familiar with the frustration that comes with a pet getting in the trash, right? So you come home from work, long day, and you got trash all over the floor, you gotta clean it up, you gotta mop it up, and you're upset. But more than being upset, more than being frustrated, a lot of pet owners don't understand how dangerous this really is, right? So just to give you an example, a lot of pet owners are aware of chocolate, the danger it is to pets. But a lot of people don't understand, like onions break down red blood cells, grapes, raisins, those cause kidney damage. And these are long-term effects for the long-term well-being of your pet. So what we found in the market research is that trash can manufacturers aren't solving this problem. I mean, they have locking trash cans that do the job some of the time, but pet owners are still having to put their trash in the closet or in the laundry room or under a cupboard or in a cabinet, but that requires a little bit of thinking. Sometimes they're busy, so you don't always remember, and that leaves your pet exposed. So we looked at the marketplace. We found that PetSmart, Petco, none of the major pet retailers, none of the local, over 100 we called that local pet stores, none of the online pet retailers, none of them sell a trash can. Not even one with like a sticker on it, like with like just a paw, nothing. So they're not marketing to pet owners. And we thought that this was a huge hole in the market, especially since the #1 cause of pet poisoning in America and really the world is household garbage. So they even have a nickname for it. It's called garbage gut. So what we did was we redesigned the trash can, right? So everybody's familiar with a standard trash can, right? It's like a bucket. Has been for 140 years. We started carrying trash out in buckets outside to where they had dumpsters 140 years ago. It hasn't really changed. They just put a pedal on it sometimes and a lid. So they made fancy buckets, right? But that's not functionally sound. So they're oftentimes smaller at the bottom, which makes them prone to tipping. The bag gets suction cupped into the can, so you have to use your legs to get. And worst thing is, like, if you're like me and grew up in a house like me, when we got that bag finally out the trash, we had to put it beside the trash because there was still like this much room left in it. And my mom was like, "Do not send that outside without filling it up to the top," right? So. One of the things that our trash can, in addition to being 100% pet-proof and secure, we have a specialized locking mechanism, and we're working with Penn State to further develop this over at the Learning Factory. So there's still going to be some work on the lid, but in addition to that, one of the main things, you can use 90% of the bag's capacity because of the shape of it. It allows the bag to balloon out at the bottom. So whenever you take your bag out, it's full. Another thing is 72% of Americans actually replace their trash can when it gets dirty. No one wants to clean it. Like my wife, she has to put it in the tub or take it outside with the hose, in the driveway. So no one wants to clean the trash can, so they replace it. And that's bad for landfills, it's bad for the environment, and it costs customers money. So, we wanted to solve that problem. So with our multi-sectional design, we have a base, a body, and a lid. So what that allows you to do is you tie your bag up normally, as you always would in any trash can. And you would step on a pedal here, and you release the body from the base. That leaves the bag sitting on the base completely accessible, right? So once you have that, there you empty the bag, you take it out, no lifting required. What makes it cleanable is that the base and the lid both fit in the dishwasher. You can wipe out the body simply because you have access from both the top and the bottom. So we've just made a better trash can, and we're selling it to pet owners. Monica, you're supposed to start the wave.
No, the wave. So I encourage you to go around and play with the things and look at the websites. Also, if you know people that have ideas that want to come to the LaunchBox, our programs for the Idea Test Lab and the Fast Track Accelerator, the applications are open. They're due in October, September timeframe, so spread the word. But thank you for coming. Enjoy some more food and talk with our entrepreneurs. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can we get a photo in front of this Invent Penn State banner of everybody?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Like always, way better than ours.
Hey, we got to take a picture of the three of us.
You holding the camera.
Okay.
Yeah, I got I wanted to get that in there. Okay, everyone stand. Actually, that's me. Pardon? You guys stand over here on this side. You stand on this side. Scooch. All right, everyone kind of. All right, you guys are in a little too much of a line, so like you step forward. We like each other. Yeah, pretend like you like each other.
Lizzie, go in front. Net. Yep. Yep.
There you go.
Wait, are we? Very, very professional. Okay.
Ready? Look at me. 1, 2, 3. Couple. One more.
All right, can we get Brian in there too?
Come on, Brian.
Yay. All right, and then I would like to be in line.
Okay, sorry. Good idea.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Ready? Look at me. 1, 2, 3. One more.
Okay, oh,
We're good. We're good.
go network.
No, we're good.
You gotta be able to get the glue that holds all this together.
Did you get what you needed?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you around and do that first.
You done that one?
What was that? One button to connect here.
You did great.
One button to connect you to your loved ones. Beautiful.
Jack, you wrote it.
I got chips. That's all I need to do. That's it. My mom. Oh, so good pitch, dude.
I had to ask the shower question.
Good job, Andrew.
Good job,
Keep
Jack.
up the good filming.
You see cats and dogs in school. For pet food.